Narcissists, psychopaths, energy vampires. They just want our attention, you know? Like, I think I was talking on this channel a few days ago about this guy in the gym who sat on the machine right next to mine. He just started staring at me, just literally. And after a while, I just looked at him and looked at his face and said, "Can I help you?" And he was like, "No, he couldn't." And then after a few seconds, he got up and left. He didn't even do much exercise, if any. So today, this guy walks past me and he sits somewhere where he's stretching and he's just like, again, staring at me. So I just literally this time, I just ignore him. I'm just there doing my workout, having a nice time. And then he walks past the machine I was on. And then he could have tilted back, looked back at where I was working. I didn't pay him no attention. Then he just reversed and just went the other way. I can guarantee you if I had made a fuss, he would have like loved it. There's just something. It's like, well, I know what it is. I know what it is, that what we carry and people want to take it from us. But it's also them, like they're just kind of chaotic in how they process information. Like supply. They can't generate their own energy. You know, like gym, it's like when you work out, you get like a pump, like your muscles are like the blood is pumping through your veins and you feel like a real rush. You'd think that would be enough. No, man, it's not. In the gym, people are in the gym. They're not doing the whole mind-muscle connection, like looking at their muscle, thinking, breathing into their muscle. They're looking around. You could do like a David Attenborough voiceover, like it was a documentary about human behavior. It's all people are just looking at other people, comparing ego, looking at that, not focusing on their workouts. I'm sure there's gyms where they do focus, and also it depends on the time that you go as well. But when I was there today, it's just the same sort of energy in that place. It's like a consensus. But yeah, today I just focused on myself. I just cut the cord energetically, and I'm gonna try and keep practicing that. But one advice I can give you is, before I knew I was gonna see him today, I practiced in my mind the scenario of just ignoring him. So I had in my head where I would see him. It was in a similar place where it happened, like near the legs. And I practiced, rehearsed. I saw myself and I saw that man in my mind. And I was just like super chill. And it's funny because he don't want it with me. Like, he's not about that life. And I don't want it with him. I don't see the point in getting into a dust up with some old man, you know, like an older guy or any guy in there. Like, because in there's a lot of, it's like maybe 5 to 10 people in there that it was like an old housemate I had. You can feel them, like when they're in the gym, they're not relaxing. They're literally, all of their attention is on you. Like, if you move to another machine, they'll move to another machine. Me, basically. If I go for water, they'll be behind me. I had one guy where it was like I was greeting him, and we would see each other all the time, so I would just start say hello to each other. And one time I was at the lockers, and there's many lockers, but he stood right behind my back, and as I turned around, this man was in my face, and he just had this big smile, and he wanted me to move out of the way, so I moved, and then he went to an empty locker, but there was a whole row of empty lockers there with nobody next to those lockers, but he chose to stand right by me. After that day, I stopped saying hello to him. These energy vampires, they're everywhere, man. There's no escaping them. I was thinking like, oh, work out from home. Oh, don't go shopping, coffee shops. Don't go here. Don't. But you have to live. You have to live your life. You got your routine. Do your routine. But we have to do it in a way where we're not giving these people supply. That's all they want. They want our supply. I think what it is that a lot of these people, a lot of these characters or these folk, they're watching us. They're watching us. They're stalking us. They're seeing our reaction to things. So they think, oh, this is some nice juicy supply. This is someone who doesn't know the game. And then when they see us, they try to elicit reactions out of us. Then they have this sense of power. And it's funny because they can't control themselves. They've got a chaotic mind, yet they want to control us, like remote control our emotions. Oh, this is what makes them angry. This is what makes them happy. So we have to not give them that power over us, because they need to learn to control themselves, like their chaotic minds. I could do a story about the gym every day on here. It's because it's a place where, you know, tension is quite high. There's a lot of testosterone. A lot of people are like working out. So yeah, it's a good place to gauge people, because sometimes, well, a lot of the times we're all on our headphones, so we're not even talking to each other. But people, because like 80% of things we say is body language anyway, you see a lot of the way people move, like in there, like who's like people, you know what I'm saying. But it's best to be chill, and I like that word, unassuming. Like just like relax and do your thing, stay in your vibration. I've been training myself that recently. Just like if I go in there, like the other day I came out of there a little bit like up. Like if I go in there positive, like I wake up, I've had my nice morning black coffee, and I'm ready for I'm looking forward to my workout. I'm not gonna let somebody take me out of that mindset. Even, was it today or yesterday? There was a lady that I thought I got on with. I got on with her. We were talking, we were texting and whatever. And then one day she kind of like, she took, you know what I mean? You know how the game is anyway. But I just knew from her vibration that she's just like, she's not into it, or she's playing a game. So I'm not really like, I'm at that point now where it's like, I'm not really, it's funny because I was watching some video where the guy was like saying, if you have a gym crush, you miss out on loads that actually do like you. And today or the other day I was in there, and you get so many people like giving you nice positive vibes. So why think about the people that are kind of like here one day, gone the next day? The bird in the hand is better than two in the bush or something. But yeah, she just popped up and she came over to maybe have a conversation. I just said hello quickly and just turned around and kept working out. These people, mate, they're just like, they're on some next time. Seriously, they're not on our time. They're on the D. They're not with the Most High. Seriously, they're on some, they want chaos. They want some sort of chaos. It's like, peace is better, you know. Peace, just chilling. You know what I mean? Go to your job, work out, go to your job, come home, walk your dog, have some nice food, watch something, chill, read, like whatever. Like, why would you want to complicate that with just like chaos? With like even people that don't even deserve you. Like, these people don't know, you don't owe these people nothing from Adam, yet they're there trying to get your attention, It's funny because when you go through all your discard and you get devalued by these narcs, yeah, and yeah, you see people that are on the street and they try to devalue you, but it's actually what they're doing is actually it's kind of showing you the opposite. That's why we shouldn't react to them, because it's like they have to gang up on against us, triangulate us. They have to put us down. It's because they actually deep down admire us. because someone you don't admire or you don't think is something, you just ignore, but they give us so much attention and they want us to put our energy on them. It's very like a backwards thing. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah. And also, I like this year, this, I was talking about being unassuming and trying to remain, I know humble is like that word, because like when you're humble, some people take advantage of that. But you cannot puff your chest up and then people try to come and do what they like, put you down or do what they're doing. But if that scenario comes, trust me, you'll be ready. They won't know what's hit them. So rather than having to puff up and rata, just be chill. Like I find it's way better. Like you can give someone a space, give them a space. If someone wants to go somewhere and you're going, just let them go. It's like if someone's like, "Oh, are you using that?" I say, "Oh, do you want to share with me?" Or if not, I just let them have it. Do you know what I mean? If you could take the high road, more times than not, take the high road because it gives you more options. If you try to freak out on someone, or you get angry, or you go to aggression, it limits your options and it can make things worse for later. And I keep saying I'm going to make a video about it, but I will. There was a scenario that went that way because a lot of you don't know who you're dealing with. A lot of the time you might freak out or say something to a wrong person, and that person, they won't just go home and sleep. Like they will not drop it. Like they will go home, they will break into your house, break into your computer, ruin your job, ruin your girlfriend, ruin your community. They just will not stop. These people are psychopathic. They got no empathy. So yeah, unfortunately, you have to carry that cross that I was talking about. You have to carry your own cross. Like sometimes let things slide, be the bigger person. You are you are the bigger regal priesthood. Do you know what I'm saying? You are that. And it's evident in the way you carry yourself, in the talents you got, in the way that you are elastic, the way you bounce back, and the glow and the attraction that you have is unprecedented. It is something that you're like a celebrity. You got that main character energy. So we can, but you have to get to this point in your healing journey. I will say that. Like I'm at the point now where I just want like each one teach one. Like is that the right word? Each one teach. Yeah. Like I feel like I can pass on knowledge, share knowledge, give people pointers to where they should go to get knowledge, because I'm at the point now where it's like I have more control in the direction of like my emotion, myself, my life. Like I feel like I'm more not just like on the ship but steering it. Whereas back in those days when I was going through those things, I wasn't steering, I was just on the ship and it was just wind was taking me here and there. But the most important thing is to get the knowledge and to put the knowledge into practice, applying the knowledge, making sure that your boundaries are unshakable. Don't take people's nonsense. Like literally have like, this is my line, and if you cross it, there's going to be consequences. Like you have to just like have that in your mind. Even write out some boundaries that you won't have. It could just be as simple as not letting people shout at you or abuse you verbally. Like you can just say, you know what, I'm not gonna have this conversation when you talk to me like that. I'm sorry, or I didn't like the way you did this, so I'm gonna stop. Or you know what I mean? Like don't just like stay. So we have to do that. And there was another thing I was gonna bring, but I can bring it in another video. But on that note, just keep on your journey and just keep going. I don't know where you are. If you're at that point where you're having the rumination, try to cut the cord. Try to like change the topic, like not think about them. Like that's just a trauma bond. And I send out all my wishes to you if you're going through that early stage of like it's hard to eat, sleep. So you're thinking about that a lot, and the kind of like wanting to fix things, because that's a part of your pathology and your conditioning from your childhood. So just know that you can't fix them. They won't change. They're doing the same thing with someone else. They've monkey branched to someone else. They're continuing their cycle, their idealization, devaluation, discard, hoover, rinse, repeat. They do the same thing over and over. Time was on our side, so we'll heal, we'll get old, better, older, and more mature. And hopefully we haven't wasted too much time or life, so we can actually still reach a lot of our goals. And when we do, you'll be able to look back and think, okay, we got this knowledge, so now we can actually avoid these pitfalls of these people by spotting them before we get entangled with them and not dealing with them.